Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Women Unleashed. Today we've got the lovely Micha.
Hello.
Micha from Dubai.
Misha from Dubai. That's how you introduced me.
Micha from Dubai. No, Micha is one of mine and Isa's friends and roomies here in Bali. And on this trip in Bali, I'm going to call you Isa then. Me and Micha have discovered that
We're the same person.
we are very alike. So I thought it'd be a great idea to get you on the podcast because every time we have Isa on, it's like a complete opposite opinions.
Opposite conversation.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
It's like talking to a wall sometimes. I was waiting for her to say something. She's here. She's listening.
I feel like I'm the middleman. Like, you're one extreme, Isa's the other, and I'm like in the middle of the two.
Swaying more towards me.
More towards you,
Yeah.
but I can still be Isa level sometimes.
Yeah, Misha's a lover girl. Misha
I'm a lover girl.
wants a family, wants a relationship. And Isa's like, what for?
Yeah.
So,
But like not willing to settle. Where, do you know what I mean?
like, settle for less.
Yeah.
No, we've got high standards.
We've got high standards now.
Now? What are you, what, have you got a tick list?
I think I do now. I think before I didn't know what I wanted. And so I've often ended up in situations that are a bit less than, you know?
Yeah, but you learn from the experiences. I guess that's what relationships in life's about, right? To
Yeah.
be in those relationships. Because people that get into the first relationship and stay with that person forever, I just don't get how.
No, like, I feel like, I don't know, you can't grow if you're the same person your whole life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you know those people that like get with someone, they're like 17 and then
Yeah.
they get married. I'm like, I'm scared of you. You've never had sex with anyone else.
Literally, you need to taste different candies
Yeah.
from the shop.
You need to go to the candy shop. This is what the girls tell me. You need to go to the candy shop and try all of the candy.
Try all the flavors, because how do you know what you like?
Yeah.
But not just that, like, you don't know who you are and what you actually want because all you know is that one person. So for all you know, you could be settling for less.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah.
Now you went through a breakup this summer.
Yes.
And I feel like I've seen it all. We were together in Marbella, and I've seen you through all the stages.
Yeah.
What did that make you realise? Or what did you get from that?
I think that going through that breakup in the summer was like the turning point in my life of realising what a relationship should actually mean to you. Because I think, especially in our generation, people end up in relationships out of comfort, not because they actually want to be in love with someone.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like, it's not love that draws them in, it's attachment. And I realised when I found my independence again through the summer of spending time on my own that I was actually like addicted to the feeling of being wanted and not being alone. Yeah. I felt like that made me more worthy, but actually the worthiness is found within in isolation, like, as cliche as that sounds.
No, it's true. Do you feel like you was quite a independent person before your relationships?
Yeah, so when I'm single, I'm very, very independent, very, like, you know from living with me through the summer, like, I just do my own thing. I'm extroverted and introverted at the same time, so like I'm very good at spending time alone, but I'm also good with people. Yeah. But I've always had the habit when I'm in a relationship of becoming too dependent on the person that I'm with and losing myself and losing my life, like my own life. And like that's a pattern that I've been able to unlock, like realise that I've had.
You don't see it until you've left that relationship, because I was the same, you know, you do.
I've repeated that pattern 100 times, girl.
It's literally, you find on your own, then you get in a relationship, you lose yourself, then you find yourself, then you lose yourself, and it's just this
and
up
you're like,
and down.
Am I the problem?
Am I the problem?
Yeah.
So how do you navigate that when you get into a new relationship though?
I think the biggest thing that I've learned is that I have to be whole as a person before I get with someone again.
Yeah.
Because I'm a very like empath. I'm such an empath as a person, and I always want to put people in front of me.
Yeah.
And one thing that my therapist taught me, which I think is so important, is that like you always have to be the front of your queue. And the only time that you're not front of your queue is when you have kids. So your kids go in front of you, but you can see above your kids because they're smaller than you, right? So the mistake I've always made is that I've always put everyone else on a pedestal.
Yeah.
And when you put someone else on a pedestal, you put yourself on the floor, you know? Yeah, you're looking up at them and you're admiring them and you're thinking that they're better than you, and that, like, my thing was that I need to make them happy. I need to do what they want me to do, not stepping back and asking, like, what do I want? And, like, wondering, are you good enough and whatnot, which then leads you to give all of you to someone when you don't actually probably even want to.
And it's not reciprocated as well, because a lot of the time you'll find when you're giving your all to them, they're not necessarily giving their all to you.
No,
either.
because a lot of the time people take advantage of that because they know that that's the person you are, right? Like, they know that you're a given person, that you'll drop anything for them.
The compromise.
Yeah. And so I think that my biggest learning of going through, not even just this breakup, but like when I look back at every breakup I've ever been through, is that I need to love myself more than I ever love anyone else. And not in like a big-headed way, but in a way of like, you know, when you start dating someone and you're like asking yourself like, oh, like, do they like me enough? Am I good enough for them? Like, we all get those notions.
100% normal.
But like, instead of having that as your default, ask yourself, like, do I want them? Like, are they what I want?
Yeah.
Do you know?
We do, because you end up, you know, you start dating someone new, you start seeing someone, and all you focus is on them, and if they don't reply and whatnot, you're like, what have I done? Like, you constantly question yourself. Yeah, and you think it's about you, and actually, no.
Yeah.
Like, you need to think about yourself and love yourself, basically. And believe in yourself that, you know, you are this good person. It's not you. And if they've got an issue, it's their problem.
Yeah, and I think like a big part of like having your independence in a relationship as well is like understanding what you truly value at your core.
Yeah.
And I now know, after spending a summer, like I spent this summer really leaning into building really strong friendships with people.
Yeah.
Because I felt like in my last relationship, I felt lost with my friendships because I had just moved country. I fell into this person's life. I didn't have my own life outside of it. And when I always looked back on why do I feel lonely, why do I feel this, it was because I didn't have those strong friendships that, let's say, I have at home with my friends. And I realised that actually friendship and having fun and being social, like, that's such a massive part of my life that I'll never give up for another man ever again. Like, if I meet someone, they need to accept me fully as I am and accept my life fully as it is, without me feeling like I need to make myself smaller and shrink and fit into their life. I think that's where dependency comes from for people.
100%. You need to have your separate lives. And I've never had that.
Me neither.
I've never had that. Like, we would have our life together. And I think I always got, my exes would always say this certain phrase that I'm about to say. And I think that's what kind of subconsciously was in my head. They'd be like, it's me and you against the world. Both my exes said that. And it's like, well, why are you trying to distance me from my friends? So it would always be me and them going. And then, you know, if I wanted to go out with my friends, my exes would come too. It'd be like the whole group all the time. Whereas I think it's really important to have your life apart and then come together.
Yeah, I think, like, I've never experienced that. Like, I've never been with anyone who's ever, like, made me feel like I needed to give more to them. It's just naturally the default I've always gone down because of, like, past traumas, childhood experience. Like, there's always reasons why people behave how they do, but I think, like, my eyes have, like, fully opened this summer into, like, why I've had those patterns. And, like, heartbreak is shit for anyone, like, that goes through it, or, you know, even if you know that the relationship wasn't right for you, it's still hard. You still give so much of you to someone else and then it falls apart. But the biggest thing that, like, I take from anything I go through is, like, what has this taught me? Like, what has it opened my eyes to? And that situation in the summer, like, opened my eyes to the fact that I needed to look within me and figure out why did I have the patterns that I had. Because now when I meet my person, like, I will be the fullest version of me. Do you know what I mean? And, like, you then attract the right person when you know what you deserve and when you know what you stand for and what you value. Where I think when I met my ex, I thought I was healed. Mate, I thought I was healed when I met my ex. Like, I'd spent 2 years on my own. I was like, I'm this independent woman, just moved to Dubai. Like,
That's like me, though.
I was literally like, yeah, like, I'm never going to fall into that pattern again. And then summer, I was like, oh, we did it again. We weren't healed.
Yeah, that is literally what I did though. I think because I was in such a vulnerable place when I moved to Dubai and I had nobody, I didn't know anybody, it was just so easy to fall into that relationship. And at the same time, I feel like when you live abroad, moving in happens a lot faster than it would if you were back home, because you don't have anybody else, so you want to spend time together. And me and my ex moved in together after just a couple of months, which is mental. Straight away, and then you're too deep in too quick. And I think that puts a lot of strain on the relationship. And like, say, you know, it takes people years and years to get to know each other. Well, you're in each other's space every single day, every minute of every day. So you're like 5 years in by the time you're a month free.
Yeah, literally. And it loses the excitement as well. Like, you don't look forward to seeing each other. You just get comfortable, like you're married before you're even finished dating.
That's giving me goosebumps, because that's scary.
Yeah,
like
it's so true though.
It's not going to last if you're literally in it from day one like that. You don't have the dates, you miss all the dating part because you're in it already. You're at home, you're like, well, what do we need to go for on a date for?
Why do we need to go outside?
Yeah,
let's just
stay at home. And then it's boring. You don't have the excitement of dating and getting to know somebody. You just straight up have to pick up the wet towel off the bed and the boxes off the floor.
I fast forwarded from 25 to 90 real quick.
Ain't it? Like, why am I your mum here? Why am I doing everything?
Like, why am I a housewife? I came to Dubai to shake my ass on a yacht and I ended up being married.
And locked up. That Akon song. What is it?
Locked up. Won't let
what I mean? I saw the Akon song. Locked up.
It won't let me out.
Because I'm locked up, they won't let me.
But we're outside now.
Yeah, we're outside now.
Like,
how has your mindset changed with that though? Like, because a breakup is not easy, right? It's hard. So how do you go from one extreme to the other? Because
I'm at the other extreme now. Honestly. I think for me, it's just a massive amount of self-acceptance that, like, I always had this urgency of like, I want to have kids, I want to get married, I want to have a house, I want to have blah, 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 blah. Like, I was always planning 10 years ahead. And when my breakup happened, I think the hardest part of the breakup for me was grieving the life that I thought I was going to have.
That's exactly.
Even though it wasn't the life I wanted.
Yeah.
So the life that was planned for me with my ex-partner, I never wanted that life. Yeah. But I was willing to sacrifice everything for someone else with, like, no sacrifices made in return for me. So I was giving up everything when it wasn't going to fulfill me. Yeah.
There was
I think
what's the word?
Compromise.
No compromise.
Yeah.
From
and I
his
think
end.
the biggest thing for me was like self-acceptance, that I truly believe like my life path is carved out for me already, and that my husband is out there, my kids are brewing somewhere. Like,
they're brewing somewhere, they're still in your ovaries.
Yeah,
ready.
like, I just believe that everything I know that I'm meant to be is already going to happen.
Yeah.
And I've loosened on the like urgency to have everything planned, because I've spent my whole life trying to make my life perfect, that I've ended up not actually even enjoying it.
Not doing what you want to do.
No, but not enjoying it. Like, I was so excited to move to Dubai, and I've hated the last 2 years because I was so caught up in the future. I've achieved such incredible things for my age, and I've never celebrated it because I was always caught up in chasing the next. Yeah. So I've kind of just, during the summer, like, I found it really, really difficult at the start. Like, I was so heartbroken. I spent so many, like, so many weeks, like, being really hurt about the fact that this wasn't my life anymore. But then I just had this moment of like, it will be fine. Like, I'm 25.
But you're going through exactly what I went at 25. That's when me and my ex split up, right? Like, officially. And I was the same. I was like, I was ready to get married to this man, to have kids with this man. And I was grieving what I thought
you were going to have.
What I was going to have. And that was the hardest part. I don't actually grieve him. I grieve the thing. But I can still have that. I'm still going to be able to have that in the future. But I was like, oh my God, I'm 25. I'm running out of time. And then I had the same breakdown at 27. Yeah. So I dread to think what I'll be like at 30.
Yeah. I think, like, you have to just be willing to let go of what you thought your life was going to look like, because everything that's meant for you is going to happen. And instead of me focusing on what I thought my life was going to look like, I stepped back and asked myself, okay, what like what is missing from my life right now that I really know I can put energy into and I can like nourish it and grow it. And for me, that was my friendships. It was letting my inner child out, having more fun, laughing more, not taking life so serious, working on my business. And actually, as a result of that, I've found myself so much this summer. And it wasn't by sitting there crying and doing the healing. Like, it was actually by getting out and living my life.
Doing things.
And now that I've done that, I now know more what I want in a partner. Where, like, if I had to just sat there healing, crying, being sad, feeling like shit, like, probably would have landed back in a similar relationship because I wouldn't have actually moved through realising that I am more extroverted than I thought I was. I do like to be a fucking child sometimes. Like, I want to laugh, I want to have fun, I want to have a big successful business, but I also want to just be a girl.
Enjoy your life.
I want to just be a girl. Do you know what I mean? Like,
you're 25. This is the thing though, right? We live in a day and age where like business, money, being successful is such a big thing that we all end up missing out on our life.
Yeah.
And it's like we're going to get to 40 and be like, well, I've worked all this time, I've not actually enjoyed myself.
What is the point on having like all this money in your bank account if you didn't even live? Yeah. Like, if you did not even live. And I think that's something I've really realised this summer is like I've made so many great memories. I've genuinely worked the least I've ever worked, and my business is doing the best it's ever done. So like that's a reflection that when you're happier, things move better.
It's the energy. It's the shift in energy.
Things move better.
But at the same time, you are able to sit there and process your emotions and be sad about your breakup. Like, that's normal, right? What my mum always says, she goes, feel the emotion, release it, and then let it go. Don't sit in it.
Yeah.
What are you sitting in it for? You're only going to make yourself feel worse and put yourself in that rut.
Yeah. That is something that I really learned how to lean into this summer as well. Previously, I would have like sat in my emotions, isolated myself, like overthought everything and like made everything about myself as well, where like, why did this person treat me this way? Why this? Like, why am I not good enough?
Yeah.
Where now I just have this like unwavering belief in myself that like I am enough. Like, just because something didn't work out doesn't mean that the next person I meet won't be my person. Yeah. And it's also accepting that if someone treats you badly, or if someone like does wrong by you, it's not about you.
It's about them.
It's about them. And so why are you sitting in your emotions, dwelling on something that you can't control? Like, you can't control other people. You can only control your reaction and your response to people. And so I just let them. Let them.
This has been
just let people live. Like, let people live and you live.
Dom's reading currently Mel Robbins' Let Them, and the girls have already read.
I read it in like 2 days.
So we're literally just like, everything's just let them. And it's made me so calm, because now I'm actually thinking about situations that I've had in the past and how I reacted, and then like now I'm just like, whatever, let them.
Honestly, I was on the go deck yesterday. Let them. We're just singing, having fun.
Stuck in traffic, raining, and we're just like, you know what? Let them.
And you know what though? As a result of us doing that, everyone was on a good vibe going past us.
Everybody was recording us when we were singing. I've actually got a video that I recorded, me and you screaming. Obviously, we've got music in, Justin Bieber. Me and you've got music, and you can just hear us singing.
Oh my God, I need to see.
Really bad singing.
I think I thought I was great. I don't know about you.
I was like, wow. Okay.
Like 2 crows.
I understand why people are now recording.
We're gonna be like, you know, that fucking Bali TikTok, like people on the Bali shortcut on TikTok. That's how.
I said, can you check the Bali shortcut, please, on TikTok? See if we're there.
We probably are.
Because we definitely are. I was full on like.
But you know what? Like, I think so many people are so like fearful of like the judgment of others and like seeing themselves be silly or whatever. But like,
I used to be like that.
Me too. Like I'm still growing through that.
Yeah.
Like, even when we were at Stephen Bartlett the other night, like, and he was saying like the like cost of embarrassment, like that whole thing. And when I look back at my life and maybe situations I've landed myself in, fear of being myself, it was always out of fear of embarrassment. But like, if I want to be a fucking child, I'll be a child. If I want to sing like if I want to sing shit Justin Bieber,
literally.
I'll do it.
But we are all children. Like, we are all children trapped in adult bodies, right? And nobody releases that. I used to be so scared and like I was so worried about what other people thought of me. Now I do not care one bit in the slightest. I will say anything. I'll post anything. I'm just over it. I'm like, you think what you want to think.
Yeah, I was
This
the
is
same.
me. You like me for who I am. And like, even if I'd go on a date, I would be me as well. Like, if you don't like the weird me, that's cool.
That's something I'm gonna need to work on.
Yeah.
I've never been in my dating era before.
I help you. Just don't get attached.
25 and she's never dated.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know what I mean? Like, one of my best friends back home, she's probably going to listen to this and she's going to be like, what a dickhead talking about me. But she got married to her fiance, who she'd been with from the age of 13. They got married at 23, 10 years together, right? The marriage broke down after 1 year. And this is what we were talking about. You can't be with the same person for the rest of your life, because it's just not, eventually it's not going to work out when you get older, because you want to explore and you get curious, right? I've lost my train of thought. What were we talking about?
Dating.
And I was saying to her, I was like, she's same age as me. I was like, you need to start dating. And the stupid bitch got in another relationship.
Well, they made me not a Tinder profile, they made me a Hinge profile. And when we got back to Dubai, we're dating, baby.
We're dating. As Ellie would say.
I'm scared, but like, do you know what it is? Because if I've been swiping and I'm sorry, but they're all fucking ugly.
In Bali, yeah, it's not great.
I put it to Dubai.
You need to filter your search.
They are ugly, and I'm just like, surely not. And I'm a very I ain't swiping on an average man just to start dating. Do you know what I mean?
No, I get that. I feel that, because you don't want average. But this is what Ellie said to me. She was like, just go. If anyone asks you on a date, she was like, just say yes. Whether you like them or you don't. She was like, just go. She did a year doing that. And she's a date and heartbreak coach.
Okay.
And she went on dates, and she was like, the dates that I thought were going to be shit and the people that I actually didn't like, I ended up having the best time with.
Right, let's find me a date for
Because
tomorrow
if
night
you
then,
find-
gals.
If you find like a 10-10, you're like, oh my God, he's amazing. It's probably an arrogant twat.
Yeah. I just can't get over the looks thing. Like,
No, they need to
no,
look decent.
they need to
No.
be.
A strong eight
We've
and
done
above,
enough.
like.
We've done enough.
We've done enough of settling.
We've done enough.
We're not doing
But
that.
no, I do have a fear of dating. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I have a fear
What
of
are you
it.
scared of?
I don't know.
You're not an awkward person.
I'm not. But see, I have this narrative of myself because I used to be really shy when I was younger. So when I was younger, I was really shy. And I always still convince myself that I'm shy, even though I chat the ears off that tree if it listens.
Do you know what? Have a few shots before you go out. No, what we'll do is I'll start doing embarrassing things with you just to push you out of your comfort zone. Like, I've done some stupid shit. Like, I don't even like filming content for work. Like, I walk through the gym with half my ass hanging out, pulling my shorts and stuff. I don't care.
See, shit like that, I'm fine. It's just men. I just have this thing. I think it's because, my confidence with men is really low.
It's confidence.
At the minute. My confidence with men is very low. And I'm still in that phase of, I really don't care what anyone thinks of me in most situations in my life. I've built my business from the ground. I've embarrassed myself. I've done things I would have never imagined doing with every other part of my life. But I have always settled in relationships, and I've always thought that the person I was with was better than me.
Yeah.
And I've not been validated the way I needed to be validated with my relationships. And so now I think it is a fear of rejection a little bit of
100%.
If I go on a date with someone and they're like, I don't like you, even if I don't like them, why the fuck did you say you didn't like me first?
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
Where that's something that I need to work through is not pursuing something just for the sake of it, just for the sake of validation, because that is something I have chased previously, and knowing that I'm enough as I am, because I've been obviously speaking about this with you, with the whole build job, this that's something I am insecure about, but not insecure enough to act on it. Do you know what I mean? I love myself as I am, and I don't want to change myself right now. Maybe in the future I will. So it's but I look at all men as in all men want girls that are fake. That not that are fake. That's the wrong way to say it. But you know what I mean? Yeah. Where there are some men that don't find that attractive and that would find me more attractive. But I've placed myself in this again on the floor, everyone else on a pedestal, where I'm I'm ugly.
I don't know if you know about this actually. I don't know if I told you. The night we went to Dan Maria, the first night on the Wednesday, one of the boys came up to me and they was like, "Where's Micha? She's beautiful."
Aw.
And I forgot to tell you that. It was...
They weren't cute though.
But he was like, "Misha's honestly beautiful." And that's what he said to me. And I see, so there are men out there that
I
are
like
nice.
the itty bitty titties.
Yeah, itty bitty titty committee. They do though, but like it's just in your head, and I think it's the generation that we're living because so many people are getting like boob jobs and stuff, and
I think
a lot of
living
them
in
don't like them.
I also think living in Dubai does warp your perception of beauty a lot,
100%.
and that's something that I'm really, really trying to like catch my mindset on. Of like, I have always been like a very like natural girl, like, and I've always embraced it growing up. Like I was never really lacked confidence with it, but I can see now coming out of my last relationship that I have no confidence in how I look, and so that is my fear of dating, is like, if I didn't feel validated by my ex, like how is a random man gonna make me feel validated?
I get that.
But I'm the one that needs to validate.
100%. And I'm completely on board and fully relate because I was the same. I always thought the two relationships that I was in, that they were above me because they, like, my first one was older than me by like 4 years. I was young. And then the second one, I was like, oh, well, you know, because he's a big person, he's well known in the industry, like, you know, he's a Z-lister, as I would call him. Like, I was like, he's too good for me. But no, actually, I'm the one that got away. I was the one that was too good for him. And I'm starting to realize that, but it was the fear of rejection.
Yeah.
And I don't really get that with dating though. I don't think.
I've never been in a situation, so I'm kind of just like, I'm assuming how I'm going to feel, but I know that I have like a lot of work to do on my own self-confidence of like loving myself that little bit more. Like, I'm definitely getting there, and I know what I deserve, and I know what my worth is, and I know that I'd never settle for less again.
Maybe you need to reject a few people yourself to make you feel better.
I just need to be faster.
You just do. But I genuinely think that would help though, because you're then taking your control back as well.
Yeah, that is like, I spoke to my therapist about that, like in the sense that like, if you're not feeling something, you have to just say it.
Okay, get a guy that's not ugly, it's not beautiful, it's like a
okay, we got a guy in the DMs from the other night, so we'll just go see him.
And then you reject him.
And then I'll be like, sorry, babe.
Yeah, exactly. And that'll be such a confidence boost. You'll be like, I'm no longer the dumpy, I'm the dumper. Like,
True.
I don't know, it's just a little confidence boost, you know?
Yeah.
But then I would feel bad. That's where...
I'm too nice.
Yeah.
I'm too nice.
Isis to do it, she'll be fine.
I am too nice. Like, I'm also like you, where like I try to see someone's potential too much as well. Yeah. Where even if I know that shoe is not fitting in the box, like I'm gonna try and make it squeeze. I'm gonna be like, come on.
I'll curl my toes in to get it in.
Like, that's what I've been in the past. It's like I see the potential of something, and I run with the potential, not the reality.
Yeah.
Where now
Delulu.
I need to, very Delulu. Where now I need to take people at face value and not shrink myself in the process.
Yeah, I like that. That was very nice. Anything else to add?
Thank you, honey.
That was very inspirational, Micha.
Everyone's gonna enter the dating era now after listening to
Honestly,
this.
I feel like everyone's breaking up at the moment.
I know, genuinely.
All around.
Like, when I broke up with my ex, I had this meltdown of being like, I'm the only single friend. Like, what, I'm going to be on my own when I go back to Dubai. Like, how the fuck am I going to meet more single people? And now suddenly, we all in our whole era.
We're all single. Like, I was the same though. Like, my best friend at the time got in a relationship, and me and her were living together after when me and my ex split. And then I met Ista. And I was like, this is amazing. Now you're with us. Amazing. We're all single.
I've been the adopted child.
This is what you needed.
Yeah, literally, you had no choice. I just came to your apartment one day with Ista, and I was like, hey, we having dinner. And we had salmon and rice, and that was it.
It all started with a salmon and rice.
And I think I was definitely sat there crying.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh no, it was the day we went and we done the breath work. That was the day that we broke up. So we had the salmon and the very overcooked rice.
Hey, we like the rice. I need your support.
And from that day, I've not left the girl.
So you see, she liked the overcooked rice. It kept her in. And then Micha came to Marbella. We went out for a hot girl dinner.
We had a hot girl dinner.
with a very strange situation. But anyway, let's not talk about that.
No, there was no strange situation.
Summer was a very weird time, put it this way. We've enjoyed our time.
It was so weird for all of us, wasn't it?
Yeah. Such a strange time.
And now we are ready for a hot girl winter in Dubai.
We were retrograding. The microwave was microwaving. There was a hell of a lot of things going on.
The microwave was like in the oven and that was in the dishwasher. It was
I felt like somebody needed to put me in a bath with a toaster at the time because I was like, I'm done with this.
But now we're entering our thriving era.
Thriving, I like that.
I'm going back to Dubai and
what's your
we're
intentions?
outside. My intention is that we're outside. Because I've lived in Dubai for 2 years and I'm sorry, call me the most boring bastard ever, but I've never been on a night out.
Oh my god.
Never been on a night out in Dubai.
She's a green flag over here.
No, that's red flag. That's a red flag.
She don't play outside.
That is a red flag. That is yawn. That just made me yawn.
What my therapist said to me was, she was like, how do you expect to find your man if you're sitting at home?
I found all my men from sitting at home.
He's not going to pull up outside.
They weren't my husband, but I found them.
Exactly, ain't finding your husband like that. But he's not going to pull up outside your house. You know, you're Prince Charming. Unless it's your delivery driver. But best of luck with that in Dubai.
No, my intention in Dubai is to just have fun. I'm not a big drinker. I'm not a partier. I obviously want to go out and have fun with my friends. Yeah. But I have fun. That's my intention. Because I've spent 2 years living in, the best city in the world. And that's why I've not enjoyed it.
Yeah, because you've not done
Because
anything.
I've just been inside, being boring, crying, depressed, ew.
Whilst everyone's outside.
While everyone's outside and I'm just going to bed at 9 p.m.
So moral of the story.
With my teddy bear and my cup of tea.
And your trash boyfriend. So.
Trash.
I'm just being honest. So the moral of the story is work on yourself, date, and be more aware of.
And for any of the codependent girlies, step back and ask yourself, what do you actually value from your life that you're not willing to let go of for a man? And I think that is the secret to not being dependent.
Yeah, being codependent versus independent, so different. So yeah, we all need to find our independence. Strong, independent woman.
Independent era.
As Destiny's Child said. Well, thanks, Micha. I'm sure
thanks for having me.
We'll do a 6-month update. See where we're at. Then we can talk about.
Oh my god, we can rate all the dates.
Oh my god, let's do that. That'll be the next episode.
Right, we're on it. Let's get on Hinge.
Let's get it up. Stay tuned, guys, for the next episode.